Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi, Gaura, Bhakta, Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
ஹாய் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், வணக்கம். வெல்கம் டு லட்சுமி ருச்சி நலபாகம். எல்லோரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? இன்றைக்கி இந்த வீடியோவில் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது கிருஷ்ணா லைஃப் சென்டர் HSR லேஅவுட்டில் நடந்த பகவத்கீதா இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷனை தான் இந்த வீடியோவில் உங்கள் எல்லாரோடையும் ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். பகவத்கீதா இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷனில் முதல்ல நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது பகவத்கீதா இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன். பகவத்கீதா உருவான கதை, ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணா பஜன்ஸ் ஆரத்தி, பிரசாதம், இதெல்லாம் தான் இந்த வீடியோவில் ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். சத்சங்கத்தில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் உள்ளவா கண்டிப்பாக இந்த வீடியோவை கடைசி வரையும் ஸ்கிப் பண்ணாமல் பாருங்கோ. இப்போ தான் நம்ம சேனலை புதுசாக பார்க்குறவாளா இருந்தால் லக்ஷ்மி ருச்சி நலபாகம் சேனலுக்கு மறக்காமல் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற ஆல் பெல் சிம்லி கிளிக் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அப்போ தான் நான் போடுற வீடியோஸ் எல்லாம் நோட்டிஃபிகேஷனில் வரும். வாங்கோ, வீடியோக்குள்ளே போகலாம்.
No. From the Bhagavad Gita, day, as Madam also said, every day, how can I combat my inner problems of life? Sometimes anger, how to deal with somebody comes and disturbs us when we are in some kind of stress, so we become very angry. And anger management, and so when you control your anger, you'll be peaceful, you'll be cool. So how to be cool in our regular life? And one more most important thing, so Krishna gives the directions of how to control our mind. So mind is like friend and mind is like also enemy. So mind can be either friend or enemy. It depends upon you how to use. Either knife can be used for killing or for the constructive things, anything you want to do, for cutting an apple or something. So how you use it, the mind which is given to you, and how to control the mind. So all the mind control techniques which is necessary for our regular cool life. So it is directly given in Bhagavad Gita. By reading Bhagavad Gita, you will become a best person who can be calm, peaceful in spite of big problems in the life. When Prabhupada was running all over the world, around 108 centers he has established, and he was very cool, peaceful, and he eats prasadam very calm. He is not getting disturbed. He closes the door, he'll sit alone, and he chews nicely and honor Krishna prasadam. Srila Prabhupada. So even though he was the controller of this 108 temples all over the world, you just see any managers, any entrepreneurs, they will have a lot of things to do. They will not have time like how Prabhupada sat and had prasadam coolly. So those teachings, how we can maintain our cool, it's all mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. It helps us give practical tips on how to lead our life meaningfully. That's what we discussed. Next, how can I understand Bhagavad Gita? So how can I understand? You all should say. So through a guru, okay. So it's like Bhagavad Gita can be understood by proper method which is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. So perfect example given is a honey bottle. So how do you drink the honey from the honey bottle? What will you do? You keep licking the bottle for half an hour, 1 hour. You keep licking the bottle. So you can taste the honey. No, we cannot taste the honey by keep licking the bottle. So you have to open and take a spoon and drink it. So similarly, what happens is many people, those who are giving commentaries for Bhagavad Gita, they keep giving. They are called mental speculators. So those mental speculators are like licking the honey bottle. What does it mean? When Krishna says, "Manmana bhava madbhakto, sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam." When Krishna is saying me, they'll replace me with something else inside Krishna. So me, not Krishna, person Krishna. Something Brahman inside Krishna. So they keep giving interpretations like this. So they are called mental speculators. Those mental speculators are like those good people licking the honey bottle, and they will never be able to taste the original honey, because the original honey can be accessed only when you open the bottle. So the password for opening the bottle is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. So what is the password for tasting the honey of Bhagavad Gita? The tasting of the Bhagavad Gita is like a super nectarian honey, or you can keep it as a jackfruit. Jackfruit is very good fruit, very nice fruit. And so if you want to taste that jackfruit inside that at a big round ball, so what you have to do, you have to rip apart, a lot of pus will come when you open, and your hands are all dirty, everything becomes dirty. It's like entire Vedic literatures Krishna has actually broken the mess of all the great Vedic literatures as complicated understanding of Sanskrit verses, and given the essence of jackfruit. The essence, the fruit is Krishna has given. So how do you taste it? The password is you become devotee of Krishna. Bhakto sime saka cheti. So that means what? You become a devotee of Krishna and understand Bhagavad Gita. And so you become devotee means what? You will not become envious of Krishna, jealous of Krishna. Some people will become jealous of Krishna. When Krishna says, Mattav Parataram Nanyat. So that means what? There is no superior truth than me. Oh, how come? There is nothing beyond Krishna. Yeah, that is the truth. Why? Because they become envious of Krishna. So you become non-envious. When you become non-envious, when you become devotee of Krishna, you have the access. You are opening the bottle and you are drinking the honey. So another example for jealous is given by Prabhupada's Guru. So there is one boy in the village. His name is Chotu. Chotu is a boy, around 5-6 years old boy, and he was naked, roaming around in the village along with his friends. When he was roaming around with the friends, so he was an ordinary boy, and all the friends have grown up, and so one friend wanted to go to High Court in the Delhi, and so for some of his village matters, he has gone to the High Court, and he saw his friend Chotu was sitting in the High Court judge position. And he came back to the village and started telling it to his friends. You know Chotu became High Court judge. So then all the friends started telling, oh, Chotu became, I don't believe. Chotu does not have qualification to become High Court judge. So then the friend told, no, I have actually seen. He was sitting in the High Court judge post. He was sitting in the chair. And the friend says, he may be sitting in the chair of High Court judge, but he may not be getting the salary of High Court judge. So this is the root of envy. We are unable to accept the superiority of another person. So when Krishna says, I am the Supreme Personality of God, and when he declares, only God can declare, nobody else can declare. And that is the mercy of the Lord. So we cannot understand God on our own effort. God has to personally come and tell you, I am God. So we should have that faith, and when the faith is the password, and you become the devotee, you become non-envious. So all these qualities are like password for opening the honey bottle and drink the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. So that is the way, and you surrender to Guru, you will be able to reveal, you will be able to understand the Bhagavad Gita. So myths about Bhagavad Gita, many myths. What are the myths you all know about Bhagavad Gita? Hindu book. So in nowhere in Bhagavad Gita it is Hindu word it is mentioned. So any other myths? Bhagavad Gita should not be kept in the home. So otherwise war will happen. So this many myths are there. Let us see one by one. Move the next slide, please. And so it should be read only after retirement. So it's like just now we saw Bhagavad Gita is like a manual of life. So before our life is like a device. We have this human form of body, and human form is like device. We have to utilize it. We have to read the manual and utilize the operate the device. So read before you operate the device. So without reading, if you operate, you will undergo a lot of mistakes. And when you read at the age of 70, you will be saying, oh, this verse, I should have applied this at the age of 40 when I was doing that business. So we regret later. So that becomes a problem. So we should read at the beginning from the age of 5. We should read Bhagavad Gita. So Kaumaram Acharit Prajna. At the age of 5, we should read Bhagavad Gita. It should be kept at home. If kept at home, it can cause quarrels between family members. So it is said that in Bhagavad Gita, the last verse, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matramama. This is the declaration of Sanjaya. Sanjaya says is that wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there will be always victory. Victory, opulence, extraordinary opulence, he describes. So all these auspicious things will happen when you keep Bhagavad Gita. That's what the declaration of Sanjaya. Not inauspicious thing. And when Krishna converted the battlefield into classroom and peaceful situation for Arjuna. Arjuna was in confusion, Arjuna was undergoing that much stress in his life. Just imagine when Virat Kohli is batting and the best bowler is bowling, and so when he was about to throw the ball, so Virat Kohli says, he throws the bat and says, I will not fight. So that is the situation. Arjuna is a highly successful person, and he is throwing his bow and arrow and says, I don't want to fight. So that is the situation of stress he is undergoing in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You can understand how Arjuna is undergoing the depression. So when he was going through the depression, Krishna is helping Arjuna to come out from that and make him to do his perfect duty of fighting as a Kshatriya and kill all the miscreants and rule the country, take over the country for the good cause, for saving the people. So that is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna expertly transformed the battlefield into the classroom. So that is the power of Bhagavad Gita. One needs to know Sanskrit language to read it. Is it right? Rather, if anybody knows Sanskrit, they don't understand Bhagavad Gita. So that is the truth. So for reading Bhagavad Gita, you should not know Sanskrit. So what does it mean? Because somebody who knows sitar and he was unable to play properly, he went to a sitar teacher. And another fresher also have come. For a fresher, the teacher charged less, and for the person who already knows and does some mistakes, for him he charged more. Why? Because he has to forget what are the wrong things. So similarly, wrongly we understand Sanskrit is not, every Sanskrit word has got multiple meanings. So context is more important, contextual. The word Brahma has got many meanings. The word Brahma means four-headed Brahma. The word Brahma means knowledge, Vedas. The word Brahma also means Saraswati. The word Brahma means the soul. The word Brahma also means Krishna. So there are so many meanings for any word. So it has to be understood from the Guru Parampara system, GPS system. So we have the GPS which will take us to the right navigation properly to the destination. Similarly, we all have this Guru Parampara system, GPS system. When you follow that, when you take a Guru who is under this Guru Parampara, who does not adulterate the Bhagavad Gita, who does not put his own message as it is coming through from Krishna, Narada, Brahma, Vyasa, and finally it has come to Srila Prabhupada. When we read that, we can actually understand, not because of knowing Sanskrit. Next. The Bhagavad Gita promotes violence. Bhagavad Gita neither promotes violence nor promotes non-violence. It is actually giving us is the life essence, the essence of Vedic literatures to be free from all the contaminations and come to the transcendence. Transcendence means what? You are peaceful, calm, and you are not disturbed by anything in life. When even in spite of when you are going through non-violence. What happened to Arjuna? The same situation. He was in battlefield. Krishna made him to forget the battlefield and become cool. And he made a proper decision in his life. So that is what it promotes. Bhagavad Gita promotes casteism or racism. So is it true? No. So Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, so Chaturvarnam Maya Shishtam Guna Karma Vibhavashah. So it is the Varna is based on the Guna and Karma, the quality of work you do and the activity based upon your Guna means the mood. So which mood you are in, it determines your Varna. So it is not, for example, a doctor's son cannot become doctor on his own. He has to go to university and get the certificate. So just because he was born as a doctor's son, he cannot become doctor. Just because a person is born as a Brahmana's son, he cannot be called as Brahmana. He is called Brahmana Bandhu, friend of the Brahmana. But he should undergo the samskaras. When everybody born is actually a Shudra. All of us are born Shudras. Even though that somebody is born in Brahmana's family. But by samskara, by the purificatory process, he becomes Brahmana. And when he reads the Vedic literatures, he becomes Vipra. He becomes learned. And Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. When he meditates upon the Supreme, he becomes a Brahmana. And Prabhupada calls the scientists also as Brahmanas because they want to understand who is the Supreme. They want to understand the truth. So one who seeks the truth, one who is unable to bear the situation, I want to understand the truth, absolute truth, that person is nothing but Brahmana. So even the scientists are also called Brahmanas, but they don't have that Brahmanical culture. But eventually they are looking for the cause of all causes, the truth, absolute truth. So every one of you who are seeking the truth, they are also called Brahmanas. So not by birth. Next. Studying Bhagavad Gita makes one lose ambitions in life. So it's like the person who heard Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, 5000 years ago, he became sannyasi after hearing Bhagavad Gita. So he was having 4 wives. Arjuna had 4 wives. And he was continued to remain as Grahastha till the end of his life. And he would not lose any ambitions in life. Even Prabhupada was having a lot of ambitions to spread the message of Krishna all over the world. He takes one globe and moves around and calls on devotee, you go to this country, you go to this country. So Prabhupada had that ambition to spread the message of Bhagavad Gita. So when you read Bhagavad Gita, you will know how to have a direction, how to take your ambitions in right direction. So it will not, and it is meant for only for sannyasis. So the person who heard Bhagavad Gita is not a sannyasi. And next, it is meant for Hindus, somebody also told. So it's not that Hindu word is not there in the Vedic literature first of all. And soul is neither Hindu nor Muslim or nor Christian. It's not that Hindu soul is saffron color and Muslim soul is green color. Christian soul is which color? White. So all the souls does not have any color. Souls are beyond the colors. Souls are beyond this flesh, blood, all these multiple colors we all have. So souls are always the part and parcel of God. They have intimate relationship with God. By reading Bhagavad Gita, we develop re-establishes our last relationship with God. So it's not only meant for Hindus, it is meant for all the living entities. So it is like 500 years ago, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was distributing Bhagavad Gita and chanting of the holy name in the streets of all over the India, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has travelled. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in Jagannath Puri for 18 years, and 6 years he travelled South India, and he was visiting. All of you know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? How many of you don't know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So some of you don't know. So some of you know, or you don't know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Others don't know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know. You also don't know. You all know. Okay, others don't know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 500 years ago, he was the incarnation of Krishna, and it has been predicted in Vishnu Sahasranam also. Suvarna Varanam Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi. So during the Kali Yuga, Krishna will incarnate as a sannyasi, as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and spread the message of Gita and holy name, and he is like the avatar, combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna. When in the spiritual world, the devotees enjoy more than Krishna, especially the Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani, and he is the topmost devotee. She experiences more Ananda than Krishna. And Krishna wants to understand how Radharani is experiencing more Ananda than me. So I want to understand Radha's love for me. When he was decided to come down, he actually was trying to come down. That time Radharani stopped and said, "See, if you come down in my consciousness, you cannot bear. So I become your complexion." So he wanted, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, wanted to become a devotee and experience the love of his own love. He cannot experience. So that's the reason the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's avatara, and he wanted to distribute the same experience to every one of us. Of what Radharani is experiencing, he wanted to distribute every one of us. So that is the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's avatara. And 500 years ago, when he was roaming in the streets of Srirangam, South India, and the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there for 4 months in Srirangam, and every day he goes to Ranganatha and have darshan. He raises his hand and dances in front of Ranganatha, and he meets one Brahmana, illiterate Brahmana, and he was holding Bhagavad Gita like this, so upside down. So can you read Bhagavad Gita upside down? Somebody may be expert, so they may have, but the thing is, generally people, but he is an illiterate moreover. So what he can understand? So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, "So why are you holding Bhagavad Gita upside down?" Then the Brahmana said, "So I am a illiterate Brahman. I don't know how to read, but my guru, spiritual master, has told me you should read Bhagavad Gita. So to become obedient, to be the sincere follower of my guru, I am opening and reading Bhagavad Gita." And why? Okay, it's okay. You can read. You can keep it. But why are you crying? He was continuously crying. Then again he said, "So I am illiterate, I don't know how to read, but my guru told me to read, I am reading." Then again he asked, why are you crying for that? So then the Brahmana replied, "Whenever I see the cover page of Bhagavad Gita, in the cover page of Bhagavad Gita you can see Krishna as a Partha Sarati. He becomes the chariot driver for his devotee Arjuna. And so what is the position of the chariot driver? The position of the chariot driver is very, very menial. The Supreme Lord has to bow down whenever chariot stops. The passenger should not get down. The driver should get down, and Arjuna has to keep his leg on Krishna's shoulder as a step and come down, get down. And how the signals will be given, take left, take right. It is not like by birds or some kind of navigation where snow. Krishna has to accept the signals from his shoulders, from Arjuna's leg. Arjuna has to kick the left shoulder to move towards, tell Krishna to move to left, towards left. Right, kicking right the shoulder. So like this, so Krishna is taking the menial position for his devotee. And by seeing Krishna's love for his devotee, by seeing Krishna's affection for his devotee, he and starts crying. So this is what the essence of Bhagavad Gita. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hugged the illiterate Brahmana and said, "You understood the essence of Bhagavad Gita." At the beginning, we understood what is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. It's all about yoga. It's all about re-establishing our lost relationship with Him. So every one of us have got such kind of relationship with Krishna, where Krishna becomes inferior with us, and he takes the subordinate position to his devotee, and that is astonishing that Brahmana. So that's what the illiterate Brahmana, even though he may be illiterate, this is the essence. Finally, you have to understand how this Brahmana is feeling for Gita. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciated. So this is the final one verse we will read, where Krishna is telling all of us to love Him. So a lover, so it's a nothing but love letter for all the conditioned soul. Krishna's love letter. So what a lover will tell his beloved person, what he will say, what you would have told when you loved your beloved person. So he says, you say that you always think of me. You said, right? All of us would have told some of them in our life. So that is what. Always think of me, Krishna is saying. Never forget me. Manmana bhava madbhakto, to become my devotee. Madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mam evaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. It's very simple. If you want to become devotee of Krishna, you follow this. Very simple. Manmana bhava. Always think of me and become devotee. How do you think of me? Think of Krishna. How you always can think of Krishna? By becoming devotee of Krishna. That's what Mad Bhakto. How you can become devotee of Krishna? Madhyaji, you worship Him. And Mam Namaskuru, how you worship Him? By bowing down to Him. By doing all these things, you will certainly come back to me, Krishna is saying. You are not living with me. Earlier, you left me and gone. Krishna Bahir Mukhaji. We turned our face against Krishna and came to this world. And so now, you become devotee and come back to me. That's what Krishna is saying. So let's all read this verse. Recite this verse. Repeat after me. Manmana bhava madbhakto Madhyaji mam namaskuru Mame vaishyasi satyam te Pratijane priyosi me Manmana bhava madbhakto Madhyaji mam namaskuru Mam evaishyasi satyam te Pratijane priyosi me. Last benches, nobody is opening the mouth. So can all read loudly. Manmana bhava madbhakto Madhyaji mam namaskuru Mam evaishyasi satyam te Pratijane priyosi me. It's the last bench. Somebody from last can give the mic to them. Okay, once more. So some of you, anybody can read. You're not necessarily last. Manmana bhava madbhakto Madhyaji mam namaskuru Mam evaishyasi satyam te Pratijane priyosi me. So anybody like to recite? Yeah, that madam is ready.
Manmana bhava madbhakto
Manmana bhava madbhakto
Madhyaji mam namaskuru
Madhyaji mam namaskuru
Mami vaishyasi satyam te
Mame vaishyasi satyam te
Pratijane priyosi me.
Pratijane priyosi me. Very good. Give a big round of applause for. What is your name? Samruddhi. Very good. Your friend does not know. Sit. So teacher also. Anybody else?
Manmana bhava madbhakto
Manmanabhava madbhakto.
मदयाजी मां नमस्कुरु
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
मम ये विषयसि सत्यं ते
Mam evashyati satyam te.
प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे
Pratijane priyosi me. Very good, very good. Give it an applause. So, sir can breathe. You are not comfortable. Backside, somebody has to read from backside. Last person I'm selecting. So that madam, yeah, you can read, madam. Yeah, yeah. Simple English. Yeah. Manmanabhava madbhakto. Very good. Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
मामे व्यासी सत्यम ते
Mam evashyasi satyam te.
प्रजातिने प्रियोऽसि मे
Pratijane priyosi me. Big round of applause for you. What's your name? Pardon?
भारती
Bharati, very good. So some of the neighbors of Bharati madam. Okay, Sriram wants to try. Sriram is shy always.
Manmanabhava madbhakto.
Madhyanama Padbhakto.
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Mam evasi satyante.
Mam evashyasi satyam te.
Pratijane prayosi me.
Pratijane priyosi me. Last from Lakshmi madam. I think she wanted to. Manmanabhava madbhakto. Madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mam evashyasi satyam te. Pratijane priyosi me. So next slide. Next slide. So there are various great personalities. Einstein have given a endorsement for Bhagavad Gita. Next, so our Prime Minister Narendra Modi also always gift Bhagavad Gita to somebody, anybody, and even all over the world he has taken the Bhagavad Gita, and Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita has taken and gifted to many country presidents, and even the Will Smith says 90% through the Bhagavad Gita he is. So he also very proud of reading Bhagavad Gita, and so even the Gandhiji also says he gets newer meaning when he reads Bhagavad Gita again. So that is the greatness. Today you may not understand, and tomorrow you will understand 100 times different, 100 angles, different angles you will be able to. So that is the verse. Every verse we can understand. It's a treasure house of understanding. Every verse. So Manmanabhava we read, and we can give thousands of understanding from that verse, from the proper bona fide way also, from the Bhagavad Gita, from the proper Guru Srila Prabhupada who has given the commentaries. So it's a treasure for all of us, and we should go through. We are going to have a very regular session every we are not decided Saturday or Sunday. Every alternate weekends we will have program. So all of you, I request all of you to come again and again, every alternate weekends. Or you want every weekend? Every weekend you all want. Okay. Which time, which day you want? Daytime or Sunday? Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday evening or Sunday morning.
Either one is fine. Saturday evening or Sunday morning?
Sunday morning, Saturday.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
So we will have regular sessions, all of you participate. Not necessarily Bhagavad Gita. We have multiple varieties of sessions. Some days we will have Mango Mania Festival, or sometimes we will have innovatively we connect with all of you, conduct many sessions. So I request all of you to participate and experience this Gita live sessions. And so this is every time we do meditation. So we come here, we are in kairos, we are in the chaotic condition when we go to office, when we go to college or something, workplace, anywhere. So we should be peaceful in our life. So that's our mind is compared to like Markata. Markata means monkey. And what that monkey is not ordinary monkey. Even an ordinary monkey will keep jumping. And this monkey is is bitten by a scorpion, and not only bitten by a scorpion, it is drunkard monkey. Drunkard scorpion bitten monkey. The mind is. Not only that, ghost haunted. So what is the position of that monkey? So like that, our mind is like keep on moving around. So bhoga tyaga. Oh, this will give me enjoyment. After experiencing, I have to renounce and go to another place. And bhoga and tyaga, it is happening because the mind is like a monkey. So in order to control this, so we have to do the what Krishna is prescribing in Bhagavad Gita. Satatam kirtayanto ma yatantascha dridhavrataha. So you have to become dridhavrata. You have to be determined by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna always. And it is not possible for us to chant always. We can do some 108 times every day. This 108 is very, very auspicious number. So 108 is having a lot of scientific significance for chanting 108 times. So it's like, somebody is speaking something loudly? Okay, the 108 is like the distance between Earth and the Sun. What is the distance is average, if you calculate, the ratio is 108 ratio. And the Earth's diameter and the Sun's diameter, who is talking loudly? So the Earth's diameter and the Sun's diameter is also 108 ratio. Similarly, it applicable to moons. Moon's diameter and Earth's diameter is also 108 ratio. Ananda. Sat means eternity, Chit means knowledge, Ananda means bliss. So you will feel that definitely Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Cheto Darpanam Arjunam Bhavamaha Davagni Nirvapanam. He has given a lot of effects of chanting. So when we do every day 108 times, you will be able to bring the mind under our own control and he will become your perfect friend. So let's all chant. All of you, some of you may not be knowing about chanting. And most of you don't know about chanting. And we use middle and thumb finger. We don't use the pointing finger or fault finding finger, index finger. We don't use the index finger for counting. We count only using the middle finger and thumb finger. And we rotate the mala we rotate the mala like this way. This head beat the ropes. After the ropes, we move the beats. The ropes will be moving towards us. So it should not be moving downwards or away from you. The head beat or the ropes should be moving towards you. So you can see. So after the head beat, we start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then move to the next beat. So by that way, the head beat will be moving towards you. Okay. So I hope all of you got how to chant. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadara, Shivasadi, Gaura, Bhakta, Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Chandra Radha, Krishna Chandra Radha. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Gopal
So Hare Krishna everyone. So now before we offer the flowers, one small announcement. For take the flowers so on the basket, offer to their lordships, and then go on offer serve prasadam. Rest of the devotees follow him, follow the volunteers. Hare Krishna.
धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे गुरुक्षेत्रे समवेदा युयुत्सवः मामाकाः पाण्डवश्च. திருதராஷ்டிரர் கூறினார், சஞ்சயனே, போர் புரியும் விருப்பத்துடன் தர்மக்ஷேத்திரமான குருக்ஷேத்திரத்தில் ஒன்று கூடிய என் மகன்களும் பாண்டுவின் மகன்களும் என்ன செய்தனர்? கார்பண்ய தோஷா பகத ஸ்வபாவக பிருச்சாமி துவாம் தர்ம சம்மூட சேதாக யச்ரேயக ஸ்யான் நிஷிதம் ப்ருகுஹி தன்மே சிஷ்யஸ் தேகம் ஷாதிமாம் துவாம் பிரபன். இப்போது நான் என் கடமையை பற்றி குழப்பமடைந்து கருமித்தமான பலவீனத்தால் என் இழப்புகளை எல்லாம் இழந்துவிட்டேன். இந்நிலையில் எனக்கு நல்லது எது என்று நிச்சயமாக கூறும்படி உம்மை கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். இப்போது உம்மிடம் சரணடைந்த சீடன் நான். அருள் கூர்ந்து எனக்கு அறிவுரை கூறுவீராக. பகவத்கீதா சத்சங்கத்தில் நாங்கள் கலந்துட்டதை ரொம்பவே பிளெஸ்ஸிங்ஸாக நினைக்கிறோம். அன்னைக்கு நடந்த டின்னர் பிரசாதம் ரசகுல்லா, கச்சோரி, சப்பாத்தி, பன்னீர் கிரேவி, மிக்சட் வெஜிடபிள் ஒயிட் புலாவ், குக்கும்பர் ரைத்தா. கிருஷ்ணா பிரசாதம் ரொம்பவே டெலிஷியஸாக இருந்தது. நாங்கள் ரொம்பவே என்ஜாய் பண்ணினோம். இந்த பகவத்கீதா இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷன் சத்சங்கம் ஸ்பெஷல் வீடியோ பிடிச்சிருந்தா உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸோட ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. என்னுடைய லக்ஷ்மி ருச்சி நலபாகம் சேனலுக்கு மறக்காமல் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. நான் வேறு ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான வீடியோவில் உங்களை மீட் பண்ணுறேன். தேங்க்யூ, பை.